Hey, you guys, my name is Sherelle, and welcome to Keep It Classy podcast. So, I created this show as a space for me to share my life story and the knowledge that I've gained through every struggle and every heartache. I'm really hoping that me speaking my truths will help somebody else along their journey in life. Now, keep in mind, I did say this is just me speaking from my own life experiences, so the advice I give is for me just as much as it is for the next person. So, take from it what you need and leave what you don't. But let's start the show. Hey, you guys, welcome to another episode of Keep It Classy podcast. It's your girl, Sherelle. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been 2 weeks. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now that I am going to most likely stick with every 2 weeks because I'm not able to handle every week. Outside of work, with my son, life, oh Lord, I be overwhelmed, and then I got anxiety, and I be getting all anxious, thinking, "Oh my gosh, I got to get it together. I got to start now." And I don't never have no time to like relax and chill, and it be stressing me out. So, as long as I am the only one that's recording, editing, and producing, and all that stuff, it will be every 2 weeks. Possibly in the future when I get a little bit more settled doing this whole process, then I'll add in somebody else editing my podcast for me, and then I will be okay with recording every week. But as of right now, that ain't gonna be it, you guys. I apologize. But I am gonna stick to every 2 weeks. That I can deal with. So I'm gonna do every 2 weeks. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys my bi-weekly check-in. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been struggling. These last 2 weeks have been rough. I don't know if it was, I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with that last episode. That was my first time speaking about it publicly. That was my first time acknowledging what it was fully. I've always been the one to type of like take blame for it and put it on myself. So that was my first time coming out and saying exactly what it was and not blaming myself for it. So it was a lot. After I recorded it and posted it and everybody was coming to me like I know that this is a public video. Like I understand it's a public podcast. I understand that people that I know and people that I don't know are going to watch it. I was more focused on the people that I don't know watching it, because people coming up to me at work, my friends coming up to me, family members reaching out to me, and some saying they can't watch it because it triggers them. I didn't know a lot of people was, a lot of my friends and family that dealt with that. I didn't know that. So some people were telling me that it triggered them. My brother told me he just couldn't watch it. He started watching it. He couldn't finish watching it. And it was just a lot. Like I'm good with feedback and people coming to me and saying different things. But when they were coming to me and talking to me about such a sensitive subject, and not only that it was sensitive, that was my first time like really acknowledging it and dealing with it. So I had some pent up shit, y'all. And it's been on my head like real tough these last 2 weeks. So yeah, I've been going through like a depressed state the last 2 weeks, and I finally got up Sunday and cleaned my whole house, did some deep cleaning, lit some candles, all that stuff, and just tried to decompress because I feel like I've been just like holding in everything. So I just let myself just, decompress and relax my mind. I'm not going to sit here and act like, everything is fine now, because I thought everything was fine yesterday since I was out the house and moving around. But when I got back home, like I was feeling sad all over again. So, I prayed about it, did some internal work. I really talked to myself about what happened, and I acknowledged it within myself, not just with y'all. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not gonna act like everything fine, but I feel much better today. Like when I got off work yesterday, I did not want to come home. Like I was ready to go do whatever to not be at home by myself, especially when Chris is not here because it's spring break. So yeah, I did not want to come home yesterday. But today when I got off, I was in a better mood. So I was like, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna record this podcast, get to editing it so I can have it out on time. And yeah, I feel much, much better today. Man, I want to shout out to my select few. Y'all know who y'all are. Every time I like pull back, or I'm not as active on social media, or I'm not, sending messages, text messages, phone calls, and stuff like that, y'all always know that something not right with me, and y'all reach out to me. I know it's nobody's responsibility for me to, for them to check in on me. Um, it's not their responsibility to make sure I'm good. But then at the same time, I feel like if my friends or family going through some shit and I know they're going through some shit, out of the love and the care that I have for them, it is my responsibility to make sure they're okay. So let me not say it's not their responsibility. If you really love somebody and care for them, I feel like you are their keeper. Like the Bible say, you're your brother's, sister's keeper and all that shit. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't know how much the little text message saying you good, or calling me saying I ain't heard from you in a while, you all right? I appreciate that, because everybody ain't there for me like that. The ones that I think would be there for me like that, they not. And I'm not even mad about it. Like, I've come to this point where I've learned to accept that certain people are just, who they are, and certain people not gonna be there for you like other people will. So I'm not mad. This is not me talking shit to nobody. This is me giving my praise and my love and my appreciation to the people that did reach out to me this past 2 weeks and try to check in on me and see what's going on with me. And to the ones that just talked to me. My cousin talked to me on the phone for like an hour and a half, and it wasn't nothing about what I was going through. It was just us just talking to keep my mind off shit. I'm gonna read this post that I saw on IG because I definitely feel like I can relate to that with the shit I've been going through the past 2 weeks. So the post says, before I could manage my emotions, I had to accept my emotions. Before acceptance, I had to identify my emotions. Before identifying, I had to acknowledge my emotions. Before acknowledgement, I had to be honest with myself, and this took work. That was what I was dealing with this past 2 weeks. I was sitting here trying to deny myself what I was really feeling and deny what really happened, and trying to downplay it like it was nothing. I remember when this guy I was dating last year, he had told me, when I told him that I had wanted to do this podcast about sexual abuse, sexual assault, he told me, just make sure you're ready for that. It's a lot that come along with that. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I got it. I dealt with it. I'm fine. That shit don't bother me no more. That was a lie. And I wish I would have listened to you a little bit more when you told me that, because I should have spoke to my therapist about it and, bounced it off of them and see what they thought about it before, or at least done the work and actually dealt with the emotions I was feeling before I done it. But it's out there now. I done it, and I am dealing with the emotions now. So yeah, I'm doing much better. But that post really spoke to me because I had to manage them, but I had to accept them before I could manage them. So I thought that I managed the emotions based off of the lie that I had told myself, that it was my fault. I done it to myself. I put myself in a situation, and all those things may be true, but it does not give that dude the right to do what he done to me. So I managed them based on a lie. Once I accepted what it really was and what really happened, I was able to manage them because I accepted it. So yeah, I am doing much better. Um, Things are getting better. I am not trying to run away from my home to avoid the feelings that I was feeling. I am going to thug it out because I'm a boss ass bitch. I ain't no sucker. So yeah, but shout out to everybody that have been through some type of sexual assault, man. That's crazy. But yeah, like I said, this episode is not gonna be heavy like the last one, so we're not gonna talk about that anymore. All right, so this week's episode is about support. With everything I was going through last 2 weeks and not feeling supported, which I knew I had support, is just when your emotions and you're going through depression, you don't be seeing things for what it really is. So I had a discussion with a friend last weekend, I believe, and we were talking about how the people that I thought were going to be there and supporting me the most during this whole podcast journey, they're really not the ones that's supporting me the most. And he was saying he was trying to make up an excuse for why he didn't support me like I have supported him and other people in the past. And he was saying that you got to ask for support. I disagree with that, like to my core. I feel like support should be freely given to people that you love and care about. People that you want to see win, that you really say that you behind 100%, 10 toes down, all that shit. I feel like that support should be given freely. And when I say support, I don't mean like on a financial thing. I don't mean like financial would be cool. Like that would be a wonderful support because I had people support me financially going through this whole beginning of my podcast career. But it's not just finances. It's nothing to share a post. Like I post reels right, but like the week of my podcast, the day that I release my podcast, I post reels. It's nothing to share a reel. It's like people share memes and videos and stuff all day. I don't feel like it's nothing to share a reel. I don't feel like it's nothing to share my YouTube link. I don't feel like it's nothing to tell your people to subscribe. I don't care if they ever watch the shit ever. But it's nothing for you to say, hey, subscribe to my girl channel. She needs subscribers. Watch a podcast. She need views. Like it. She need likes. Share it. She needs shares. I feel like that's free. So I completely disagree when he said that you should ask for support. Like if you know somebody going through some shit and trying to get some shit off the ground, that should be something that you do just off the rip. Now, I did learn over time that when you need help, you need to ask for help. I used to be the type of person that would do everything by myself, be stressed out, and then pop off on somebody because they not helping. You see me struggling, why you not helping me? Crazy. So I think maybe he getting confused with help and support. Help is a form of support. It's kind of, but it ain't the same thing. So if I need somebody to come on here and edit my podcast for me because I need help doing it because I'm struggling, I can't do it. I can't just expect somebody to know that I need that help because from them it look like I'm doing a wonderful job. I'm doing a good job. I don't need no help. So that'd be crazy for me to just expect somebody to know that I need help with that and just do it just because. So that case, yeah, hey girl, can you help me edit this podcast? I'm not doing too good with it. I'm stressed out. I just need help. That's one thing. But for me to be doing everything and you see that I'm trying to, gain a bigger following or, get more subscribers and stuff like that, it ain't nothing. It's nothing to share that. It ain't nothing to post it all over your page. It ain't nothing. Because I'm that type of friend. I'll do that. Like my ex-boyfriend, when he was trying to get his song more plays and shit like that, I put his song on play and I put the phone on, I turned the volume down and I just let it play all day. Because I got two phones. So I put one phone on play, just let the song just play. And then it'd be times when I needed my phone, I would cut the motherfucker on my Alexa and I would just let Alexa play it on repeat all day so he can just get the plays. That's why it was one of the, when I did that yearly wrap up for Spotify, it was my number one song that was played because the bitch played for days sometimes. It'd be times I would get my phone and then go do something and the song would still be playing damn near the next morning and shit like that. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about support. If I'm wrong or y'all disagree, tell me. Please tell me. Because in my mind, that's how it go. That's how it go. All right, so I saw this post on Instagram, another post on Instagram, where somebody was saying, don't do nothing for me if you got to keep score or whatever or something like that. First of all, if I do something for you, I'm doing it out the kindness of my heart. I'm not keeping a mental scoreboard in my mind. I'm not saying, oh, did that for her. But at the same time, sometimes you got to remind the motherfucker what you done for them because people be quick to forget the sacrifices you made for them. I'm going through some mess right now with people in my life and at work and stuff like that. I done everything I can for people, and I heard a story about somebody else, and I tried to save their job like several times. It's been several people I tried to save their jobs, and to the point to where I'm stressed out doing their work and stuff like that. This is not for one specific person, so please don't no one person try to take this to heart and try to say something to me, because that one person, you're not the only person I've done this for, and you know for a fact. But anyways, it's been several people that I'm to try to save their job to where I'm stressed out trying to, do their job, handle my job, and then, whoever else need help, still trying to help them. Being a mama, then I was working 2 jobs at one point, trying to work 2 jobs. Like it was, and then do this podcast. Like I was stressed out, and they didn't see that. Like I would come to work and everything would be fine. I said, I'm gonna be in a good mood today. And then they would do something or call out or something, and I'd be mad for the rest of the day. I'm popping off on everybody. Everybody about to get this pressure. Because I was so mad. Then I started realizing like you can't save everybody. Now, some people I care more about. So I be trying to save them to the detriment of myself. Like I done done some stuff trying to save people that can make me lose my job or make me get rolled up. And this last situation, I realized that sometimes you just got to wash your hands with people. Like, especially when I'm sitting there telling you all the examples of the things that I done to save you, and the things I done to keep you where you are, and the things that I know like brought you from, and the things that I put my neck on the line for to make sure that your life is better. And they don't be seeing it like that. Man, I am done. Sometimes you got to support people up until the point that, if they not going nowhere, progressing, doing no better, or trying to do no better, sometimes you just got to cut ties, man. I was talking to my little cousin on the phone this past weekend, and she was telling me a story about something, and we got to talking about friends and stuff like that. Man, sometimes friends, you outgrow friends. And I'm realizing that some people are only friends like in a certain area. Cool to go out with them, have drinks, all that stuff. But when it comes to talking about stuff that's, bigger, better, goals, and actually setting plans to reach those goals, and, about the things that you got going on, like my podcast and shit like that, everybody can't and ain't that type of friend. So I'm saying she was trying to, speak on that person friendship or whatever. And I told her, I said, you don't really understand what people be going through, what their mindset is. If they feel like they've outgrown a person or something like that, they may not be that cool with that person no more. And that's I feel like as long as they're not using that person, like trying to get something out of them, ain't nothing wrong with outgrowing friends. Like that's perfectly fine. You can outgrow a friend and not want to fool with them no more, because you're not friend. Everybody is not for life. Everybody is not a for lifer. Some people are temporary. And then once you reach that stage where you realize that they're a temporary friend, you got to let it go. A lot of people sacrifice their peace and their comfortability trying to support somebody. Another person I was talking to told me that they was helping somebody in a certain type of way. I ain't gonna get too many details. They was helping somebody in a certain type of way. That person, started doing better, and then basically said, fuck you. Like, I'm good now, I don't need you. And then, threw in their face about what they barely got and how they was gonna be better than them and blah, blah, blah. And then they did their own thing. Then they fell on their face and did that person again. And came back to said person. And said person started helping them again. Fuck no. Fuck no. I started to understand that when somebody show you who they are, like this thing's already new, but I'm starting to put these things into effect. Like I am not just thinking it in my head anymore. I'm going to actually, put action behind it. When somebody show you who they are, and, where like when they down, they show you a certain type of person, and when they up, they show you somebody else, believe it. Believe it. Like, don't sit here and try to, no, because they wasn't saying well this and well that when they was shitting on you. So nah, fuck nah. I am no longer supporting somebody, or helping somebody, or being there for anybody, to the point to where my peace is sacrificed, or my comfortability is sacrificed, because it took me too long to get here. Like, I put in too much work, too much time, too much money, too much mental work. Like, it took me too long to get here, and I'll be damned. I'll be goddamned if I let somebody take this from me. So I told him that, I can't say if he's going to do it or not, or if he's going to listen to me. That's completely up to him. Only thing I can do, and the only, the reason I'm here is I'm just speaking from my personal experience, and I'm letting people what the things that I've learned from going through things. And then you can choose to listen to me or not. But when you fall on your ass, or you get slapped in the face, or whatever, don't come talk to me about it and want me to feel bad for you. Because the first thing I'm gonna say is, I told you. It's not gonna be the first thing I'm gonna say, but after we talk about it and we get through it, I'm gonna say, didn't I tell you? It may be the first thing I'm gonna say, because I don't feel bad. Like, how I waste my time, go out of my way and tell you my life story and explain it to you and give you examples, and everything that I say makes sense to you. You sitting there saying, yeah, that's true, that makes sense. And then you go still do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's cool. But don't come back here thinking I'm gonna have sympathy for you, because I don't. I had sympathy for you at the beginning when I told you all that. That's when I had the sympathy for you. Now you knew better. You chose not to do better. So everything that happened after that is on you, boo. I love you. I want the best for you, but no. I also learned that, not learned, starting to realize more and more, everybody not gonna have the same heart as me. Oh gosh, I be wanting to, fight the world behind my people. I be wanting to go broke to save my people. I be wanting to go without to help my people that I love and care about. And then when it's they turn to do the same for me, they don't. That shit be hurting me, y'all. Like, I'm super emotional. So when I go out of my way to make sure I take care of people that I love and care about, and they don't come back and show me that same energy when I need them, or even when I don't need them, just bless me because I bless you and now you up. I do not take that well. And it's not that I'm keeping tabs on you. It's not that. It's that, damn, like, did you forget that I was there for you? Did you forget that I need help too? Did you forget? Like, do you not know that I broke my back for you? And now you gonna act like I was not there, that I was nothing to you? That shit don't sit right with me. And now I got a new motto. Can't nobody live with me. I ain't got no money for nobody. I feed people. I don't got no problem with cooking and feeding nobody. You can't stay here. You none of that. None of that. I just don't got it in me no more. I know work, like I said, I worked too hard to build this. Like, this piece that I've got now, I worked too hard to get here. I'm not letting nobody take that from me. And everybody not gonna understand that. They're not gonna be cool with it. I may lose some friends and family and all that shit behind it. But look, I done lost people that I thought I'd never lose in this life, and they're still alive. What Kevin Gates say, I know it hurt. I know it hurt to lose somebody and they still living. I know it hurt. It hurt. And I feel that hurt at least once a week, y'all. I feel that hurt. But if I can go through that hurt and be okay, I'm not worried about no motherfucking friend. I'm not. Because if you my real friend, and you really love and care about me, you know that I'm making the best decision for me. And if you're selfish to the point to where you want me to risk what I got going on to help you or give you something, you don't really care about me. People know that I be dealing with, y'all, I never thought I'd be a person that dealt with mental issues. Never. And that sounds like I got some crazy problems. But depression is a mental issue. Depression and anxiety is a mental issue. And I be struggling, y'all. It was one point I thought I had a heart problem because my heart was doing its own thing. I went to the doctor. They put me on a goddamn little machine to walk around with it for a day. And they was like, your heart's fine. So I went to another doctor. They said I had real bad anxiety. And that's because I was stressing myself out trying to care about everybody. So it's not as bad as it used to be. But when it flare up, it flare up, y'all. I be in that bitch trying to breathe, trying to run or something to make my heart match up with what I got going on. Yeah, it be tough. And when I'm depressed, I be depressed. Like I don't want to deal with nobody. Like, and then sometimes either I don't want to deal with somebody or I want to be in everybody's face so I don't have to be at home by myself. It's a double edged sword, y'all. I can't even tell y'all. One day I'll be good, the next day I'll be bad. But as long as I stay active and keep my mind going and start seeing this therapist again, I think I'll be fine. But yeah, a lot of people, if you really care about me and you know what I be dealing with mentally, you wouldn't even want me to risk what I got going on or to fuck with my mental and, hurt myself by trying to help somebody else. The most important person that you need to support is yourself. And I'm starting to tell myself that every motherfucking day. You and Chris should be your main focus. If anything keeps you off track from those two things, you need to let it go because they're not good for you. So, same to you. Find out what your most important thing is. Like, because I'm a giver. I want to love and help and heal everybody. But I can't be doing it no more to the point to where I'm empty and broke down and struggling. So if you need to find out your most important thing to you, whatever it is, your child, yourself, your job, your car, whatever it is, and I need you to focus on that. Don't let nobody take away from you what you built to get, what you built, what you worked hard to get. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Because in the end, you're going to be by yourself. When they up, if they don't really care about you like that, when they up, they're not going to be worried about you. I'm telling you. I done dealt with it so many times. So many times. If I told y'all the stories, y'all probably going to hear these stories over the next, episodes that I put out. Y'all going to hear the stories. I got a lot of stupid stories while I was a stupid person. But yeah, so that's all I got today, y'all. Support your friends, support your family in whatever way that you can that does not affect you. If you can come out financial, mental, physical, whatever way, if you can support them in that way, support your people, man. People need support. It's hard out here. All right, but thank y'all. But all right, like I always say, keep it real, keep it classy. See y'all in 2 weeks.